Hello. Gotta pop up here. There we go. Okay. Trying something new here on the Juno Ops floor. Got meteorologist Grant Smith here. Got Sean right over there. And Andy over there in the corner. There he waves. So we've got this winter storm. It's moving through. It is snowing out the window. Sean here has been working with our couple of managers, the science officer, Brian, and the warning coordinator, meteorologist, Nicole. He's been working with them, trying to figure out what's going to happen with this front. Pretty exciting to hear all of them just talk. And then Andy over there, he was on the aviation forecast the past couple of days. Now he's on the mid-range. We'll go and chat with them here in a little bit, but let's talk about what we're seeing now. So, let me flip the camera around. So this is just my screen here. We got lows right there, sitting and spinning. Got the front right here, pushing all this moisture right into the panhandle over here on the far right. So let's zoom in a little closer, see what we've got going on. So all this moisture is coming in along with some warmer air. We've been watching, just trying to keep an eye on temperatures and what's going on. So the big update that we just sent out was for Yakutat, where it's just a very wet snow. And we have a weather service staff member there that's more reporting that it's just a very wet, heavy snow, and it's not really accumulating. So went ahead and canceled that warning that was out. We still have some warnings and advisories out for the rest of the area. So we'll go ahead and run through that. So this is going to be right here. Winter storm warning canceled for Yakutat. For the Juneau area, winter storm warning remains in effect until 9 a.m. Saturday for 5 to 12 inches of snow. We'll talk to Sean about that, as he's the one who's been working on that. But I think overall, still just thinking that 5 to 12 because the heaviest snowfall amounts aren't expected until later. For the Haynesboro and Claquan area, still heavy snow expected, 2 to 8 inches till 9 a.m. Saturday. I've been on the aviation forecast desk today, and they've been getting down to 3/4, half-mile visibility, which usually implies that heavier snow. For the Skagway and White Pass area, winter weather advisory still in effect for 4 to 7 inches until noon Saturday, with those wind gusts gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. So something also to highlight there. For Elfin Cove and Pelican, winter weather advisory in effect until 9 p.m. this evening for snow accumulations, 3 to 5 inches. This is until 9 p.m. This evening. We'll get to look at the radar and see the moisture moving in. And then lastly here, Gustavus, Hoonah, Tenakee Springs, winter weather advisory in effect for additional 2 to 4 inches until 9 p.m. this evening. So back over to here. So this is what we've been watching. This just very closely. We've got this front coming into the panhandle this way, and then northerly, easterly winds coming in. Just keeping the cold air in place for a while there down here in the south. Here's Prince of Wales Island. Let me move my mouse out of the way. Ketchikan here, Metlakatla, Wrangell, Petersburg right there. We got Cake. So we've been having these southerly winds coming up Chatham, but then right here having these outflow winds coming out of Stikine, which has kept this area a little bit cooler through the morning. But now it looks like they've warmed up, and I think they're reporting kind of a mix of rain and snow at times. Scoot up a little bit. So there I've got the rain or radar overlaid, and what I wanted to highlight on the radar is right there we had this gap in the moisture. So if you're in Juneau, you probably noticed this morning there was no snow falling. That was because we had this gap in the moisture, but now we can see it's about noon. There's the next round coming in. So yeah, that heavier precipitation coming in. Right here, Sitka, they warmed up. What are they at now? What's Sitka at now, Sean? 42 degrees, hot dog. They're at 42. So yeah, it's rain there. There was some, I think there was some rain and snow reported earlier, but yeah, that's all rain now. So then right here we got Icy Strait, Hoonah, Gustavus, Pelican. Zoom in a little closer, and I'm gonna stop this on the loop here. I'll get rid of the radar and the satellites. What I want you to notice is all these greens and reds. These are just the surface observations. What I'm looking at is the wind direction, which is just the arrows kind of pointing in all these different directions. So like Gustavus, north wind there. That usually produces snow in Gustavus. Got these easterly flows and icy strait, northerly flow in Lynn. Coming over here, Taku, we've been seeing wind speeds upwards of 20 knots coming out of the Taku River. Yeah, just all these northerly flows, bringing in that colder air, keeping that cold air in place, which is what we've been, monitoring and watching. Just when is that switchover going to happen for this area here as the front just keeps moving in? We're expecting, that warmer air to move in, allowing for everything to start to switch over to rain. But at least for now, yeah, just that colder air staying in place over the northern kind of half of the panhandle here. Temperatures at the airport in Juneau recently popped up into the low 30s. I think we were, whoops, there we go. Hi. We were at like 26.6 now, so still pretty cold here in the back of the valley. So now I'm gonna swing over to Sean and let's go talk to Sean, what he's seeing in the short term. As I mentioned, he's been working a lot on this short range the forecast here. So Sean, you just sent out that latest report, or the latest, the winter weather advisories and washes out and warnings. You just sent that out. You've been spending a lot of time in the grids. What are you seeing in the forecast for the tonight into tomorrow period? We've been watching when the snow is supposed to switch over to rain. It's been a moving target. So yes. What's the data showing now?
So what we're seeing now is that in the southern panhandle, we are seeing that front start to push in, and we're seeing temperatures begin to gradually rise. Seeing a changeover in areas that started as snow, transitioning to a mix, or as you mentioned earlier with Sitka, just go straight on to rain. Mm-hmm. And so we're expecting that to continue, that trend into Saturday. Once again, the big show for snow, the big show for snow is going to be today, and then should just see temperatures continue to gradually rise as that front pushes in, and then see the showers, both of snow and rain, really start to diminish into the Saturday, especially afternoon time frame.
So not only will the moisture start to dwindle, temperatures will warm up, and so things will start to wind down on Saturday. Okay. Yeah. And then for Sunday, when I was on the mid-range forecast the last couple of days, I was noticing that there was kind of some leftover snow still in for Sunday. Is that still a thing? It wasn't looking like much. It was like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inch over 24 hours. Is that still in the short range?
Yes. It looks like there is the chance of a small shortwave feature to come back behind this current front that's giving us this all of the moisture today into tomorrow. So there will be just a slight resurgence, but nothing compared to what we're seeing to start the weekend.
Cool. Thanks for letting me bug you. I'll let you get back to work. Let's go ahead and look outside, because we are meteorologists here. We have to look outside and see the snow. So beyond Sunday, we're going into Monday and next week, and this is Andy here. He's been on the mid-range forecast desk. Andy, when I was on the mid-range the last couple of days, I was seeing that it was big ridge was going to build, high pressure, and so that immediately makes me start thinking like, ooh, high pressure, outflow, sunshine, and nice weather. Is that still going to be a thing? Because I'd heard you talking with our senior service hydrologist about the potential for some winds, and so what you got for us?
So the blocking ridge is going to settle in, essentially build a nest over the panhandle and stay put. Looking at cloud cover, that's the big tricky question. You have a subsidence inversion, high pressure settles in, kind of traps this low stratus layer, so that can really put a damper on the sun.
So what you're saying is it's either going to be really, really sunny or totally cloudy.
Maybe.
I like that range.
The big question is, as the high pressure builds aloft, we will see a cold Arctic high slide across Yukon into BC and set up a pressure gradient parallel to the coast range, and that's going to set us up for a pretty decent east to west outflow event. And so usually we've been seeing these strong northerly winds, and I think now we're setting up to see some strong winds coming to Taku, Endicott, Thai Inlet like usual, and maybe in Icy Strait and across Sound. So definitely something we might have clear skies, but we have wind concerns for the mariners out there.
Okay, so going into next week, we might have clear skies, we might have cloudy skies, but your main concern is just going to be the winds coming out of those inner channel areas, and that could affect mariners. So stay plugged into the forecast. I'm going to let him get back to work. Thanks for tuning in. That's kind of just an update what we're seeing now. We did see a lull in the snow here in Juneau. It got me a little nervous, but then I looked at the radar and satellite, snow passes, and I was like, oh, there's more coming. I got fine. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Stay plugged into the forecast. Weather.gov/Juneau is where you can get the latest updates. For now, I'm meteorologist Grant Smith here with Andy and Sean. Have a good one.